Hi, first graders. For today's lesson, we are going to be going over 5 new vocab words. So, we have been reading the story about astronaut Chris Hadfield. He wrote the story, The Darkest Dark, about his experience as a young boy wanting to be an astronaut, but knowing that he was afraid of the dark and that would be something he would have to overcome to live out his dream. And he was able to do that. He became an astronaut as he got older. So, in the story, we have been talking about some of these words that we'll be going over here. And as we've talked about astronauts in outer space, we'll bring up some of these words as well. So, the first word we have here is astronaut. An astronaut is a person who travels in a spacecraft into outer space. And you can see here, there is a picture of an astronaut. So an example of that could be Chris Hadfield is an astronaut. So our first word is astronaut. The next word we're going to look at is nervous. Say that with me. Nervous. Very good. Nervous means being worried or afraid about what might happen. So in the story we talked about, Chris Hadfield was scared of the dark. So we could say Chris was nervous about the darkness in his bedroom. It worried him. It was something that he was afraid of, and he wasn't sure what was going to happen. We knew that he was talking about all those scary aliens that may be creeping around in his bedroom when it got dark, even though we knew that that wasn't true and that was something he was making up in his head. But nervous is a normal feeling that a lot of us have had. Have you felt nervous? Maybe you felt nervous on the first day of school, or maybe you were nervous if you've moved to a new school before. You weren't exactly sure what was going to happen, and it made you worried and afraid. So that is the word nervous. The next word is gravity, and we've talked a little bit about gravity in class. Gravity is the force that causes things to fall towards the earth. So if I drop a pencil right now, and it's going to fall down on the table because of gravity. But up in outer space, where the astronauts are, they do not have any gravity. So that is why they float around, and we were able to see that when we watched the video of Chris Hadfield learning how to brush his teeth, or how do astronauts sleep up in outer space. They have to really think about all of those things because gravity is definitely a factor. So gravity is the force that causes things to fall towards the earth, and they do not have gravity up in outer space, which is why they are floating all over the place. One of the next words here is shadow, an area of darkness created when light is blocked. So you can see the shadow here of the people. When you're outside and the sun is shining, if there's a tree, you can see its shadow casted onto the ground, just like the people here. So again, a shadow is an area of darkness created when light is blocked. And our last vocab word for today, it is the word universe. All of space and everything in it, including stars, planets, and galaxies, are in the universe. So where all the planets, the sun, the moon, all of that stuff, that is called the universe, outer space. And we'll see some really good pictures of the universe that they have drawn out in the story, The Darkest Dark. So those are your 5 vocab words, and what you're going to do next is you are going to be filling out a vocab sheet that looks like this. It has the 5 words shadow, gravity, astronaut, nervous, and universe, and you're going to go ahead and put those into the blank spaces where they belong. All right, I can't wait to see your work. Great job, everybody.